In today's Around Town, we are taking a look at Once, which tells the musical story of an Irish busker and a Czech immigrant who cross paths in the streets of Dublin, Ireland. Their love of music and restrained feelings for each other serve as the 2 hours traffic of this 8-time Tony Award-winning musical, playing for a limited engagement at Popejoy Hall. Joining us now to tell us more about the show is Sam Cieri, who plays Guy. Sam, thanks for being with us. I know it's, you had a show last night, and from what I understand, you blew the doors off Popejoy Hall.
It went really well, yeah.
Yeah, so welcome to Albuquerque. So tell us a little bit more about this show. The music of the show is probably some of my favorite of all time.
Yeah, I like to describe it as not so much a musical, but a play about musicians, which our director described it like that. And it's about this guy who is stuck and scared and unwilling to move forward, and he meets, that right person that says it's okay, you can do this, and don't be afraid to fail because, I'll catch you if you do. And she kind of pushes him forward, and with him moving forward, all the other characters in the show, which are stuck in their own right, they find ways to keep going and move past and find courage and stuff like that.
Now, what's interesting about this, I think, you yourself, you found your way to musical theater from working as a street performer as well in New York City. So the character of Guy and your lives have a parallel to each other to a certain extent.
They really do. I moved to New York, and I spent a couple years just down in the subways paying my bills by busking, and I tried to do the music scene and tried to make a record, and it didn't work, so I kind of gave up. And then when I was selling motorcycles, and after that I found theater, and that kind of theater was my girl, Theater kind of unstuck me and helped me move forward, and I haven't looked back, and I love it. Yeah, and that's there's a lot of similarities between me and Guy.
So let me ask you, as a performer of this, obviously the movie was a huge success. It won, it won some Academy Awards. Glenn Hansard and Martina Aguilera, they became, I won't say overnight sensations, but they became pretty well known for this.
Yeah.
What is it like stepping into these roles that were made so famous? And I mean, this was music that these two artists created, and stepping into those shoes.
Well, first, I'm a monster fan of Glenn Hansard. I'm a huge fan of the Frames, his band before the movie, and it's daunting.
I would imagine.
It's very
to
daunting.
Say the very least.
Yeah, I mean, I used to play these songs down in the subway, so I've played them in the actual setting that they've been played in, and so to take on the responsibility of putting it up in front of so many people every night, it's scary, but I think because I have so much love and respect for the work that hopefully, I'm confident in delivering it.
So as a fanboy, for lack of a better term, and also as a performer in this, is there one song in this show that you look forward to doing every single night?
Say It To Me Now.
Yeah.
Say It To Me Now is my favorite song. It's always been my favorite song in the movie. The fact that that's that, we were talking about it earlier. The opening shot of him just playing on the street, and it sums up the show for me because it's this soft, quiet beginning. It's very beautiful, but then there's so much passion and emotion and love at the end of it, and it's just like it sums up the character. It's this very sweet, sensitive guy, but don't push him too far because it's like a wounded animal. He bites back.
It's a great way to put it. Yeah, wounded animal. So one thing before we're gonna actually hear that song here in just a few minutes, guys. But before we get to that, I want to talk about the intimacy of the show, because obviously Popejoy Hall, a huge theater, 2,000-seat theater, but people saying this is a very intimate performance. So we're going to keep that intimacy of the movie, but we're going to be able to share it with 2,000 of our closest friends.
Yeah. I think it's the way that everything's set up. One, the fact that before the show, we have this little pre-show that's based on the fact that in bars and in Dublin, these guys just sit around and they play music for hours and hours and hours. So we do that. We open up the set is a bar. So we open up the bar before the show, and everyone can come on stage, and it kind of breaks down the barrier between the audience, and the shit kind of says like you can be a part of this, and let yourself in. It's watching this show is kind of like looking through the curtain of somebody's life, you know. So we we don't really try and focus on if the house is 3,000 or 100
Right.
people. It's you just do the show, and for some reason, it just pulls you in, and everyone feels like it's an individual show, like it's for them.
So we've only got a few more performances left. We run through
Yeah.
the 13th. Is that right?
Yeah, we are here till Sunday.
Till Sunday.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
and-
leave on Monday. Yeah.
Okay, and obviously, Brittany, Topher, her husband, last night went to see it. Brittany, she had to pick her jaw up off the floor. It was that good. So people want to get tickets to this. UNMtickets.com, probably
Yeah.
the best place to go. 925-5858. You want to give them a call. They are going to sell out fast, guys. So again, once at Popejoy Hall through the 13th. In a little bit, as I said, we're going to head upstairs. We're going to hear a live performance from Sam. We're going to hear "Say It to Me Now." I am so glad you are doing this song. You and
Me
right
too,
there. So yeah, stick around for that, guys. For right now, though, speaking of